Okay, Assalamualaikum. Today I will explain about moving average. So what is moving average? Moving average is one of the indicators categorized as a lagging indicator. Lagging indicator means that by using this moving average, it will give us a confirmation signal for any price movement. Okay. What is moving average? Moving average is basically we try to calculate the average of price movement, then we divide it into a certain period of time. Okay, moving average smooth the price data to form a trend following indicator. They in the moving average, they do not predict price direction, but rather define the current direction with a lag. So lag here refer to the duration of the moving average. Moving average lag because they are based on past price. Okay, despite this lag, moving average help to smooth price action and filter out the noise. Moving average can be used first to identify the direction of the trend, either uptrend or downtrend. Second, to smooth out price and volume fluctuation or to eliminate the noise that can confuse the interpretation. Okay. We have two types of moving average. First, we have simple moving average. Second, we have the exponential moving average. What makes difference between simple moving average and the exponential moving average is in terms of the formula for the calculation. For simple moving average, we can have a single moving average or a double moving average. Okay. So first, let us discuss about simple moving average. A simple moving average is formed by computing the average price of security over a specified number of period. Most average are based on closing price. Okay. For example, a 5-day moving average is 5 days sum of closing price divided by 5. 5 is number of day. Okay, all data is dropped as new data comes available. This causes the average to move along the time scale. Okay, below is the example of 5 days moving average evolving over 3 days. Okay, in this example, I got 8 days price or 7-day price. Okay, so how to calculate the moving average? So since we decide to have 5 days moving average, so we will add up the first 5-day price and divide it by 5 to get the first point of simple moving average. Okay, so in this example, we have price data and then we have a 10 weeks total. So this is the moving average. Oh, so how we want to use this moving average or simple moving average in making decisions or in making analysis. Okay, so there are a crossover rules can be used in making decision. So the first crossover rules is a buying signal, and second one is selling signal. So a buying signal occur whenever a closing price move above the moving average or whenever the closing price cross above the moving average. That's a buying signal or bullish signal. The other way around, when closing price move below the moving average, is interpreted as a selling signal. Okay, so this how moving average look like. The blue line here showing a moving average line or moving average indicator. In this example, I'm using 20 days moving average. Okay, so I already plotted or identified a buying signal and a selling signal. So buying signal occur when the closing price, okay, move or crosses above the moving average line. Okay, so in this one, in this intersection, at this intersection, whenever the closing price cross above the moving average line, so this is indicator that buying signal start. So as investor, we can start buying from this point up to this point. Why I said up to this point? Because when the closing price crosses below the moving average line, for example in here, it is a selling indicator like this. Okay, so this one is a buying, so this one is a selling. Okay, so for a double moving average, the crossover rule is a bit different. So what are the meaning of double moving average? Double moving average, we combine two different period of moving average in one chart. Okay, so a buying signal for a double moving average, buy signal occur when the shorter average crosses above the longer average. Selling signal when the shorter average crosses below the longer average. Okay, the more space between the two moving average, the better the signal. Okay, so this another example. I'm still using the same chart. Okay, but in this chart, I add up 50 days moving average. So here we have 20 days and 50 days. So 20 days is a shorter moving average, 50 days is a longer moving average. So how we want to identify the buying and selling signal? By look into the intersection between those two lines. For example, the buying signal or the golden crosses, we call it the crosses or the intersection is a golden cross. When you see the shorter moving average crosses the longer moving average, okay, this is a buying signal. So means that since started this point onward, so investor can make a decision to buy. Okay, so this one that I mentioned, the bigger the gap, the wider the gap between those average, the better. Okay, and then for a selling signal, or we call it as a death across intersection. So selling signal occur whenever a shorter moving average crosses below the longer moving average. Okay, in this chart, the blue line is a shorter moving average, the red line is longer moving average. So how we want to draw this moving average in a chart nexus? Okay, let's see the chart nexus. Okay, for example, okay, this is the chart for top glove. Okay, so how we want to get the moving average? So you can choose the indicators from the indicators tab. You choose the moving average. So if you can see, we have 4 moving average. So you just choose the first one. Okay, sorry. Okay, so how we want to edit? Okay, for example, when I click the moving average, so it's appear here is EMA 100. EMA means that exponential moving average. Okay, but I want to change it into a simple moving average. So what you can do, you click edit, and then this dialog box appear. So we untick the exponential, so we means that we want to use the simple moving average, and you can change the period. For example, I want to use 14-day moving average. Types means that what type of price you want to use. Okay, in this case, I want to use the closing price. Okay, and then this is the color line. So you click apply, then close. Okay, if you can see that our charts, they showing 14 days moving average in this chart. Okay, they're plotting the 14 days moving average. So where is the buying and selling signal? Okay, easily we can detect Okay, since the 14 days moving average, 14-day moving average is shorter moving average, so the moving average line will be closest to the price chart. Okay, later on when I add up a longer moving average, we can see the difference between shorter and longer. So if you want to use this single moving average or simple moving average, so the first buying point we can see here, clearly we can see, okay, over here is the first buying point. Okay, okay, this is first buying signal. Why I said this is first buying signal? Because the closing price, the price crosses above the moving average line, and if we can see the pattern is showing an uptrend, the candle also showing a uptrend. And where is the selling signal? Okay, this is the first selling signal. Okay, okay, so this is a selling signal. Okay, so whenever you see, but this one is very short period of time, so what we can see here, if you remember I told you this is during a correction, that's why then the price crosses above again the longer the moving average. So if investor miss the opportunity to buy over this period, so they can enter when the price cross again the moving average at this point. Okay, so if you want to have a double moving average, so we just add up another line. Okay, you edit. Okay, in this case I want to use 50 days line. Okay, so if you see the red line, I add up 50-day moving average. So the red line showing 50 days moving average, and this 50-day moving average, the position is a bit further from the price chart or the price. Okay, so because of the lag, 50-day lag. Okay, in this chart I'm using a daily chart. Okay, so in this case, so if you're using the double moving average, where is the intersection? Okay, so to make a decision, okay, um, we need to find the intersections. Okay, for example, over here, this is a buying signal, this is a selling signal. Okay, okay, I want every one of you just focus on the 50 days moving average. Just ignore the shortest moving average. We can see that if we use the longer duration, okay, the selling signal start here. Compare if you use the 14 days, okay. So selling signal start here. So whenever, as long as the price does not crosses below the moving average, so this showing a bullish trend or bullish signal. So you as investor, we can buy at any point of time. So 50 days means that for short term, for intermediate term, within 2 months or 3 months, the price is still uptrend. Okay, but if you want to look for a longer, a short term, 14 days, so there are few buying and selling point. Okay, so you can use, if you want to enter the market as long-term investor, you choose a longer duration.